Wow. Thank you, Cass. Thank you. Oh, beautiful. She's here today with her son, Jack. Yeah, welcome. Nice to have you here. So, wow, what a great day this is today. You know, when I came in this morning, I said to Dean, last week was kind of a little low. Could you be a little more peppy today? Got to be careful what you ask for. It's like, good stuff, though. Good stuff. So obviously, he's left it to me to take and carry the heavy stuff. But before I do that, I want us to just back up a little bit here, and I'm going to do a little prayer. So a couple members of our congregation here, Jim Bowling and Virginia Cummings. This week, Jim, his sister, made her transition. And yesterday, Virginia was placed into a care facility. So there's some experience going on in the physical world for them. And we want to take this opportunity to just hold them in the light, to know the truth, to know the eternal life, to know that the divine presence is right here, right now. So if you'll just join with me in this place of consciousness, where we open up our hearts and our minds, our body, our soul, all that we are, into that one divine presence, that radiating consciousness, that eternal life, that infinite intelligence, that absolute power, that which is the creator of the universe, and then some. As it individualizes itself, manifesting and demonstrating into the personality and the life of Jim and Virginia and the sister to Jim. Each and every one of them is surrounded by the love and the light of that divine presence. And so I'm knowing that right here, right now, whatever their path, whatever their journey, whatever the experiences that they are walking through, that they are doing so with that power and that love and that light that is right and whole and perfect and complete. For we know that life is more than this physical being. We know that there is something greater going on than the experience that we call our physical body and our personality. That there is something that is magnificent and wonderful that dwells within us, that is that divine presence. And however we complete this journey here on this earth, we move back into that presence forever and ever and ever, knowing that it is good, that it is very good, that it is absolute divine love and expression and an experience. And so we hold that light not only for Jim and Virginia, but for each and every one of us, because we're all in this journey. We are all on this planet Earth. We're all moving through the experience called life. And there are things that we yet do not know or understand. And however we bring that forth, we bring it forth with joy and love and wisdom. For the truth has been spoken. The truth has already been made known, and we are here to reveal it in the greatest experience that we can within our individual self. So shine your light upon yourself and all others who come into your sphere of influence. Be that expression, the divine that you are created to be. Love. Speak the truth. And know that good is being revealed. And so we surrender all of this, all that has been spoken, all that is said, up, over, and into that universal law, because we know there and in the mind of God it is already made good and very good. And so in a place of gratitude, we affirm this as we say together, and so it is. So I invite you back into the presence of this room in today's service and the message and the truth that we are delving into as we have this year taken on the task of studying the textbook of Science of Mind. Each day there is an assigned passage that we've been, for those of us who have been on this journey, we've been reading, and then the Sunday message is according to whatever that passage is that shows up on that day. And if you've been traveling through with us, you notice that in the Science of Mind textbook, there are some chapters that are not so easy to take. There are a few that we would like to, maybe just set aside for another time, another place. Maybe somebody else can handle those. Like Dean said, let Dr. Michael do it. I'm going over here and play with my telephones. Did you know he used to work for the telephone company? Of course, yeah. So the passages that we're reading today in the Science of Mind are coming out of a section in which Ernest Holmes was talking a little bit about the differences, as he understands it, between psychics and mystics. Now, I want to make this clear for everybody because this question came up. There's some misunderstanding about how many versions of the Science of Mind textbook there are. There are only two. Quite simple. There are only two. He wrote the first one in 1926. In 1938, they revised it, made it different, and they took out a whole section that at that time in the 30s was considered dialogue conversation about cults and mental things going on and a lot about the psychics and other stuff. So they took a whole lot of that out of the original version, kind of toned it down, because Ernest was a little bit concerned, that people were going to misinterpret some of what he says, which we still do, because he had his own interpretation, and it comes out in a different way. No matter who you speak to, everybody's got a different version. So the book was written, two versions. Now there have been many printings, so that's where the confusion comes with. That each time that it's been printed over and over and over again using the 1938 version, somebody thinks it's a different book. It's the same book, follows the same format as 1938. I entered into the study of Science of Mind in 1988, and I purchased my copy of the Science of Mind textbook, which at that time was the printed version of the 50th anniversary. So now we're, 76 years into the original version or something like that of the Science of Mind textbook. But it's principle that holds true each and every day. How you interpret it, how you use it, how you bring this into your life is determined by you and only you. Do not let somebody else, including myself, tell you what your truth is or try to tell you what your answer is, for you know best what is right and perfect for you. We offer this as a guide. We offer this as a way to open up your consciousness to go further within or to go further out, however it is that you see it. The cosmos is only one. And the basic of what Ernest Holmes is saying in this chapter that he speaks about here is that there is only one. The primary difference that he gives between psychic and mystics is that psychics always have their own interpretation. It's filtered through the individual. Mystics come down to one truth, and the truth is there is only one. And they don't add anything else to that. It's the followers, the ones that come after them. It's the ones that want to dress it up and put it into some kind of robes or icon or decoration or atmosphere that add to the truth that there is only one. And this is the essence